Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Tupelo City Council meeting of June the 7th. At this time, I'd ask you to stand for the invocation given by Travis Beard. Remain standing as we have a special guest to do our pledge.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for the day. We come into your presence with thanksgiving and praise for another day here. We ask you to bless this meeting tonight, and we would honor you as we conduct city business. Forgive us of our failures and help us to serve thee every day of our life. In Christ's name I pray, amen.
Amen. Pledge tonight be given by Ashton Lowell of Troop 85, All Saints Episcopal Church, and working on his citizenship in the Community Merit Badge. Austin.
Attention, salute pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. At this time, I will call this meeting to order, and I'll call on our Vice President, Lynn Bryan, for the confirmation or amendment to the agenda and the agenda order.
Make a motion we confirm the agenda and the agenda order.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn. We have a second by Ms. Janet. All in favor? That is unanimous. Thank you very much. We'll now go to the proclamation portion, recognitions and reports agenda, beginning with proclamations.
We do have a couple, Mr. President, and I would, this is National Garden Week, and I'd like to ask these ladies to come up while I read this proclamation. Whereas gardeners have a passion for nurturing the beauty and resources of the earth through the planting of seeds, the care of all plants, and the riches of their efforts. And whereas gardeners seek to add beauty, splendor, fragrance, and nutrition to our lives through the growing of herbs, vegetables, foliage, and flowers. And whereas gardeners work to preserve our country's traditional spirit of independence and initiative through innovation and hard work. And whereas gardeners advocate the importance of all creatures, large and small, and share our world and their roles in a balanced and productive ecology. And whereas gardening furnishes a challenging and productive activity for all citizens, for those just learning as well as those having years of experience. And whereas gardening promotes a healthy lifestyle and lasts a lifetime, helps reduce stress from other areas of our life, teaches that rewards can come from diligent efforts. And whereas gardening enables members of the Garden Club across the nation and the world to make a world of difference in the communities where they reside and work. Now, therefore, I, Todd Jordan, Mayor of the City of Tupelo, hereby proclaim the week of June the 5th through 11th, 2022 as Garden Week.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, Council. I've been asked to tell you a little bit about the Tupelo Garden Club, which was founded in 1954. So you see we've been around quite some time. And we are a group of about 50 women who work diligently to improve the community in which we live. And I gave the council a few minutes ago an article that I found that was in the Tupelo Journal in April 1927. And it talks about Tupelo, Mississippi, the city beautiful. So the language is very flowery as well, but I think the message is still the same today, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Cities differ in so many ways. There are small cities, large cities, beautiful cities, and cities that are not so beautiful. There are many cities in our beautiful Magnolia State capable of commanding profound admiration, but you will find one of the fairest jewels in Mississippi's diadem of beauty, nestling with an air of peace and prosperity in the famous county of Lee, by name Tupelo, the city beautiful. So I hope that we can maintain that image from now on, and I assure you that the Tupelo Garden Club does everything it can to help perpetuate that. I want to read to you the creed of the Garden Club. I believe in my community. I believe in her people, her boys and girls. I will make myself a committee of one to make this a more beautiful place in which to live. I believe in the protection of our parks and the preservation of roadside beauty. I believe in trees, God's first temple, grass instead of ash heaps and tin cans, flowers instead of weeds. So, just to show you that we're not just a group of little old ladies in designer tennis shoes, we do work. And the work that we do and the funds that we raise are put right back into the city of Tupelo. And I'm going just very quickly to name some of the projects that we have a part in for Tupelo. We've been working since the tornado of 2014 to reforest areas that were denuded, and we help plant trees, and we observe Arbor Day with additional plantings. We provide fall and spring plantings and maintain a permanent bed at the Lee County Library. We celebrate National Garden Week. And today, we had the cutest experience. We went to the library for the Children's Hour and participated by reading a book or two to the children. And there must have been 50 from infants to probably third grade. And I really thought this may be a disaster, really may be a disaster. But we gave each family there and all of the children, I think we had about 40 pots of begonias, and they were able to pot the begonia and take it back home. And it went beautifully. They were very excited about it and seemed to understand the relationship of what they were being read, and as well as planting the begonias. So that was really fun. And it impacted a lot of families. We partnered with the Committee for King to provide flowers and greenery to decorate the tables for the January banquet. We work with Park and Recreation to plant bulbs and annuals in the fall. And also the Garden Club has picked up the funding for the daffodil bulbs that we plant every fall in Tupelo. For a while, the Quality of Life Committee provided the funding for that, and then they decided they couldn't do that anymore. And at that point, the Garden Club stepped in and buys those bulbs every fall. We provide some of the labor to plant the bulbs, and Public Works and the Park and Rec help us with the drilling of the holes. And for I guess it's been about 10 years since we started the project, but we've planted probably 300,000 daffodils across the city of Tupelo. So those bulbs that you see have been funded for the last several years by the Garden Club. We add seasonal plants at Sanctuary Hospice. We partner with the Tupelo School District to make students aware of the scholarships that are available in the areas of horticulture. We do garden therapy with area nursing homes. We provide a program of the life cycle and migration of the monarch butterfly. And we are continuing to develop the area around the Music Bend Trail. We plant, we help, also we've begun an arboretum there and have identified a number of the trees. Also, the Garden Club provides buys the tulips and plants the pink tulips that you see downtown in early spring. We call it Plant It Pink. We help plant wildflowers along high-profile areas on the I-22 corridor. We encourage recycling. We continue the garden therapy program for residents of Talbot House, and we maintain a free little gardening library at the community garden where Garden Club members furnish the books. And we partner with Tupelo Public Works to plant cherry trees in the appropriate venues for the spring Cherry Blossom Festival. We work with the Keep Mississippi Beautiful Projects, Magnolia Gardens, and the Tupelo Children's Mansion, and Habitat for Humanity to help provide plantings for the new homes that they construct. Those are just some of the things that the Tupelo Garden Club provides for Tupelo, raising the money to provide for these services and providing the labor for that. So I think you can see that we hope that we are an integral part of the city of Tupelo, and that we will help Tupelo live up to Tupelo, the City Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dees. We can see definitely y'all's passion in the garden club. We have another proclamation. I'd like to ask Katrina Holland to come up. It is Wear It Well Day, and Ms. Holland's going to read the proclamation for us.
Thank you, Mayor Jordan.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Office of the Mayor, Wear It Well Day Proclamation. Whereas Wear It Well is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that was established June 13th, 2017 in memory and honor of the life and legacy of Leona Given Davis, the grandmother of founder and executive director Katina Davis Holland. And whereas Wear It Well's mission is to enhance the quality of life by renewing the mind, body, and soul of those battling cancer and life-altering illnesses and situations. This includes men, women, and children, regardless of race, color, or creed. And whereas Wear It Well's vision is to add value to others through education, inspiration, motivation, and participation. And whereas Wear It Well has blazed the trail enhancing lives by renewing the mind, body, and soul with its founding program, Extreme Makeover. Wear It Well has served individuals by providing customized makeovers made possible by the overwhelming support from the community, fundraisers, a group of dedicated volunteers, and support of generous donors. And whereas Wear It Well hosts programs such as Extreme Makeover, Love the Skin You're In, Health is Wealth, and Ready Set Goals, and has added a business space at 826 West Jefferson Street in which it hosts programs such as The Bridge and a clothing closet called The Repeat Boutique. Now therefore, Mayor Todd Jordan, you want to read your part?
I will. Thank you. Now therefore, I, Todd Jordan, Mayor of Tupelo, Mississippi, do hereby proclaim June 7th, 2022 as Wear It Well Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stand up again. I guess we give them. At this time, we'll go to recognition of Girl and Boy Scouts. I think it'd be appropriate for Lynn to introduce this young man, have him stand up, and let's hear a round of applause for him. You did a great
Ashton,
job.
could you stand up, please? Again, Ashton Lovell, Troop 85.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here, and we hope you enjoyed this particular time. It's a fun thing to be at a council meeting. So, anyhow, at this time, we'll go to employee recognitions, Mayor. We'll go to public recognitions. I'll begin with Ms. Nettie Davis.
I would like to mention that on the 18th of June, we will be having Juneteenth Festival celebration at Gumtree Park. The parade will start at 12 o'clock and the festival will begin at 1 o'clock. This is a celebration of the freedom African Americans received quite some time ago. But this year we will have a special recognition of the Juneteenth Festival on the 20th. That is the official holiday that has been established where some of the banks and other businesses in the community will be closed. So we need the support of the whole community and as we strive to carry out our mission related to the Juneteenth Festival.
Thank you, Ms. Nettie. Travis?
Don't have anything.
Lynn? Miss Rosie?
Nothing.
Janet? Chad? No. I got to say now, this is it's the beginning of Elvis Presley Week. I want to see y'all get out, wear your ties or wear your pink, and all that's going to be a great, great occasion. You're probably going to mention that too, and I'm sorry for having to say that, but yeah, so we need to remember our native son. So at this time, we'll go to the mayor's remarks.
Thank you, Mr. President. We've had a busy couple of weeks, starting with the Memorial Day service at Veterans Park a few weeks ago. And this weekend, we had the Hour of Mississippi, the Women's Empowerment Summit on Friday, and then the banquet on Saturday. Also in town was the statewide VFW convention, and obviously Elvis this week. And last I heard, most hotel rooms were pretty much full, so there's going to be a lot of people in this weekend. So I also want to recognize a special guest, Attendance tonight is Caitlin Costello. Caitlin was crowned Miss All-American City in August, and she will be representing Tupelo in the Miss Mississippi competition in Vicksburg, June 22nd through 25th. Caitlin is a recent graduate of Mississippi State and will begin postgraduate studies at Florida State in the fall. And obviously, as you probably well know, she is the daughter of our very own Scott Costello and his wife, Taryn. So please help me welcome her and wish her good luck in the competition. That is all.
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate it. We'll now close the regular meeting and open the public agenda, beginning with public hearings. Item number 1, in the matter of public hearing for demolition of 1015 North Green Street, 1366 Elvis Presley Drive, and 205 Stephen Lee Streets. Is there anyone to speak to these? We have this gentleman right here. If you would, come forward. Give us your name, address, and you'll have 5 minutes. Right up here, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, my name is Renaud Perry. Live at 1183 Indian Trail Street, Tupelo. In reference to 1015 North Green Street, that would be used to be a beauty shop that a truck drove through and demolished it all the way to the ground. Now, I would have probably taken care of this already because I'm not that type of person to procrastinate, but that building has been caught up in some legal issues with the Grayson. I bought that building 7 or 8 years ago. Always wondered why my taxes was really, really high because I just bought the land and come to find out that when I tried to build a store on it, a dairy bar, that building belonged to me also. So that building sits halfway on my property that I bought and halfway on the Grayson's property. Well, a couple of years ago, they was fighting me about it, saying that was not my land, that was not my building, blah, blah, blah. So I had to get lawyers and stuff, and so I spent thousands of dollars fighting this and taxes and everything, but last I heard, they had hired lawyers and found one piece of paper that wasn't done during the tax sale, which might give them a chance to get it back, which means I got a problem with the city selling property that wasn't properly ready to be sold that I bought. So if I go through with cleaning up this lot, I got the issue of I might lose that money too. So this is what I'm willing to do. Half of that building sits on the lot that I bought, half of it sits on the Grayson's lot. I'm willing to clean up the half that's sitting on my lot. I've already got prices for it. I got quoted $3 grand to clean up the whole building, $1,500 to clean up half of it. Now, since this truck mysteriously ran through this building, I haven't heard a word from the other side. So kind of leaving me out there to wonder, pay for everything. Yeah. So, like I say, I'm not the type of procrastinator. If it was on my land and it happened, it'd have been already cleaned up. If it wasn't involved in illegal issues with the Graysons, it'd have been already cleaned up. So I come here to tell you guys what I'm willing to do, and that's clean up the part that's on my lot and let them worry about their part. I do want to ask is, I see the city has a means of demolishing buildings or whatever. do they do that and charge me what the fee, whatever, somebody get back with me on it, if they can do that or not. Otherwise, I'll just have to go with my quote that I got today. And basically, that's about it. That's the whole situation with that building.
Yes, sir. We appreciate those comments. We have a gentleman in the back, Mr. Tanner Newman, that you can get with after the meeting, and you can discuss that. Council, do you have any questions for this gentleman? We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have anyone to speak to 1366 Elvis Presley Drive? Yes, ma'am. Your name, address, and you have 5 minutes, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Tammy Winstead, and I'm actually the daughter of 1366 Elvis Presley, the owner. She lives out of state. We've been trying to get bids for the property, so hopefully, I think we may have gotten some from y'all today to demolish, but we are looking to improve the property. We are not sure what we are planning to do yet, but we do plan on, it was tied up in family stuff and the house wasn't salvageable, so we just plan to demolish and go from there.
Thank you again. I would say that Mr. Newman would be glad to talk to you when you leave. You can get him.
All right.
Council, do we have any questions for this lady? Thank you very much.
All right,
Appreciate
thank you.
it. So do we have anyone to speak to 205 Stephen D. Lee Street? We have no one to speak to that. Thank you very much. We'll now go to item 2 in the matter of public hearing for property cleaning of 4642 Stonebridge Cove.
So moved.
Second. That's a property hearing.
Hearing.
It's a hearing.
Okay.
Yes, so do we have anyone to speak to that at all? We'll go to item 3 in the public hearings in the matter of public hearings for lot mowings. Do we have anyone to speak to lot mowings? Thank you very much. We have no appeals. We'll now go to the citizens hearing. I'd like to invite Ms. Jenny Irwin. Is that correct?
Yeah, Ms. Joyce Stevens was instated.
Okay, so that's been taken care of. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it. We'll close the public agenda, open the regular session, beginning with action agenda. And that would be, the action agenda is, wait just a minute, I got it. An ordinance to amend section 2-30 of the City of Tupelo Code of Ordinances to state that a citizen shall only be allowed one request to speak concerning the same issue or a substantially similar issue within any 3-month period.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Brown. We have a second by Ms. Janet Gaston. Mr. Reed.
Thank you, President Palmer. This is a fairly routine item that the council has approved in the past. It was an item that was inadvertently left off of the ordinance amendment that, or the agenda ordinance that the council approved back last summer. So our original request was to limit it to the same issue or substantially similar issue within a 6-month period. After discussion with the council and administration yesterday, it was decided that we would do every 3 months. So our ask is that the council will approve this week.
Any questions for Mr. Reed?
I do. With this ordinance, please let it be said that whenever someone does come to the council about problems that they are having with the city or any concerns that they have about things in the city, that someone follows up with them so that this is not necessary. If someone is following up, telling them the procedures or helping them with the things that needs to be taken care of, then they have a better understanding of what's going on. So they don't have to keep coming back to the council asking the same things over and over again.
And I'd like to point out to the council also that I added in a provision there to make it clear that if the council so chooses, you can vote by majority to allow someone to speak more than once on the same issue. So just to give you
Any other questions for Mr. Reed? Ms. Nettie?
In the, this particular item, it mentioned 6 months, and he said it was recommended that we would do every 3 months.
Right.
Do we need to amend this, what, in changing that from 6 to 3?
You have a copy of the ordinance saying 3.
Okay, we got a copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
after
The
we-
latest version was for.
After we approve it, then that one will be
That will take
in
care of it.
effect. Okay.
Do we have any more questions for Stephen? We have a motion and a second. All in favor of this ordinance change? We have, who voted against? You voted?
I vote against.
We have one voted against. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephen. We'll now go to the routine agenda, beginning with item 6 in the matter of minutes of May 17th, 2022 regular council meeting.
I so move that we approve these minutes of May the 17th.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Nettie, a second by Mr. Lynn Bryant. All in favor of that? That is unanimous. Thank you. In the matter of bill pay,
Move that we pay the bill.
we have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Mr. Mr. Tracy. I'll say it in a minute. We got a second by Mr. Chad Mims, excuse me. Started to call you senator again, I think. So tonight we had Mr. Mims, we had Lynn Bryant, we had Travis Beard, we had Nettie Davis, we had Janet Gaston. We almost had a full house, and we also was under the eye of Tracy Dillard again, and also Johnny Timmons. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor of paying the bills? That is unanimous. Thank you very much. Item number 8, in the matter of advertising and promotional items.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Brown. We have a second by Chad. Those items are $684 for the Daily Journal, and we have $1,500 for the stage rental for the King Crawl. So we have any questions about that at all? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you. Number 9, item number 9, in the matter of budget amendment number 7 for FY 2022.
Move that we approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Ms. Gaston. Ms. Kim Hanna, state your name, your address, and you have 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. This is Budget Amendment 7 for the year. We are proposing to amend several funds, and I promise I'll be quicker than yesterday. We went over this extensively yesterday in detail, but I would like to start with the general fund. We're asking to change some money around in the police department where I would like to not add any money to their department, but we would like to transfer some money to supplies for the fuel increase, and that would be transferred from other services in the police department. So their budget is staying the same. The same thing with the finance department. We're asking to move bank fees to other services and charges, and we'll be decreasing capital by that same amount. The Park and Rec, we're asking to accept a donation from the Sports Council. This will be $1,450 for a computer to be used by the athletic director over soccer. So we're asking to add that to that is the only item that we're truly adding to the general fund, and that's $1,450. The other fund that we are asking to amend is the capital fund for several items that we're going to use the carryover for. These are existing items that we need to add money to. They include the side vault match for grants that we've received. That is $150,000, $25,000 for the PD gate. Those bids came in higher than expected. $300,000 more for the skate park. We originally had $300,000 in there. We're asking to double that just because of the price of that infrastructure needed for that park. And then $50,000 for upgrades to City Hall, and then $90,000 for a grant that we received last year that we rolled over into the capital fund for police vehicles, specifically for the SROs. Of the skate park that I mentioned, we're asking to receive $150,000 from the CVB that will be paying for half of that increase. And then the only other item that we're asking to amend is for the chiller. It's actually 2 chillers, a generator, and the ice plant for the for the Bayport South Arena. This cost is $3 million, a little under $3 million. We do have SBOG money that's paying half of that. We had special obligation bonds that we will be depleting in the amount of $322,000. We'll be adding to that, and we'll be pulling an additional $1,400,000 from the Coliseum Project Fund for this purpose. So we're not having to pay for all of the $3 million we're using our Tupelo CARES money, our SBSG Shutter Venue Grant to pay for that. And the other funds that you see, the Tourism Fund, the Coliseum Project Fund, and the Special Obligation Fund, you'll see those amounts transferred out of that fund to fund these specific projects that I just mentioned.
Recuse yourself.
Yes, and also, I think I seconded this one, so somebody else needs to.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Ms. Kim? We have a motion, a second. Sorry.
Get somebody else to second.
I'll second it.
Okay.
I'll second.
Yes, because Janet did second it. We do have a second now by Lynn. So, all in favor of this motion? Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Janet. We'll now go to item number 10 in the matter of lot mowings.
Move that we approve the list.
Second.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Mr. Lynn Bryan. Tanner?
Mr. President, council should have received a final list of lot mowings that the Development Service is requesting approval. We just ask that you approve this list so we can get these lots cleaned up.
We have any questions for Tanner about this?
I would like to ask about the property at 901 Madison Street. I think the partial of the number is 40649. I was thinking that was it's a sign that has been put in their yard. Seemed like to me over a month ago. Is this the same? I thought it was listed one time, 901 off Madison Street. It's really bad repair, and it needs to be cut real bad, and I was thinking it was on the last list that you presented.
Ms. Nady, I would have to go back and look at that list from the last council meeting. I'm happy to do so, but if it's not, it has not been cut. Code enforcement went out this afternoon and confirmed that every address on this list before you has not been cut. So I will check to see if it was on that last list and let you know. But I do ask that council approve the list tonight so we can make sure that it gets cut.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion? We have a motion, a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. In the matter of review/approve cleaning and debris removal of 4642 Stonebridge Cove.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Ms. Nettie. Mr. Tanner?
Yes, Mr. President, 4642 Stonebridge Cove is an abandoned house that needs to be cleaned up. All the photos are there in the agenda packet. We've received numerous complaints from the surrounding neighbors and just asked the council to approve the request tonight so that the city can move forward with the cleanup and debris removal from this location.
Any comments, questions? All in favor? That's unanimous. Item number 12 in the matter of review/approve properties for demolition.
I move that we would approve the properties listed for demolition.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Nettie, a second by Ms. Rosie. Tanner.
Mr. President, we went over these three houses, or these three properties in depth yesterday. I would say that three properties that the Development Services Department is requesting for demolition is 1015 North Green Street, 1366 Elvis Presley Drive, 205 Stephen D. Lee Street. The photos and all the evidence is there in the packet for you.
And I'll note that I'll certainly follow up with the two individuals who spoke earlier, and we will, as always, work with them to seek and to find a resolution with those two properties.
Thank you, Tanner. Any questions?
I would just like to state that the property on North Green Street, hopefully that will be removed because it's an eyesore on the main thoroughfare. I know that Mr. Perry mentioned something about it being a problem, but I hope that as soon as possible we can get that cleared up because it's right on the main thoroughfare up in the Ward 4 Park Hill. I just want to mention that.
Anyone else? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. Item number 13, in the matter of lien resolutions for unpaid demolitions.
Move that we approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Mr. Lynn Bryan. Tanner.
Mr. President, before you are 5 resolutions placing liens against properties. There are 5 properties: 206 Ray Street, 506 East Jackson Street, 922/924 Hadley Street, 513.5 Rogers Street, and 1526 Bogan Drive. These 5 properties have been demolished recently by the city, and all 5 of those invoices remain unpaid. So we ask that the council approve the liens against those 5 properties.
Any questions? The motion is in the matter of lien resolution for unpaid demolitions. All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you. Item number 14, 15, and 16, I believe in our last meeting were placed on the table. So I will entertain a motion to take item number 14 in the matter of review/approve amended development agreement for Butler Park Phase 1.
Mr. President, I make a motion to remove it from the table. Second.
We have a motion and a second to remove this from the table. All in favor? Okay, and now the motion, I'll entertain a motion.
I'm making we approve the amendment.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Bryan, a second by Janet Gaston. Tanner.
Mr. President, tonight we ask the council to approve an amended development agreement between the city and Butler Park LLC. This is for Butler Park Phase 1. This amended agreement is necessary for design and construction of a more comprehensive drainage solution for the Butler Park Phase 1 and Roanoke Drive neighborhoods. This amended agreement does include the developer paying half of the cost of the project, up to $15,000.
Any questions? All in favor? That's unanimous. Item 15, the same thing. We'll
I
have
make
to
a motion to remove item 15 off, take it off the table.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Bryan, a second by Ms. Gaston. All in favor?
I make a motion we approve the rezoning.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Bryan to approve the rezone and a second by Ms. Janet Gaston. Tanner?
Mr. President, we ask tonight that the council approve the rezoning of 55 acres off Butler Road from medium-density residential to low-density residential. Public hearing for this rezoning was held at the last council meeting, May 17th. The Planning Committee also held a public hearing, and voted to recommend approval of this rezoning request at their March 7th Planning Committee meeting.
Any questions or discussion on this item? All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you. Item number 16.
I make a motion we remove item 16 off the table.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Bryan, a second by Ms. Nettie Davis. All in favor? It has been removed from the table.
I make a motion we approve the major site plan for Butler Park Phase 2.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Bryan, a second by Janet Gaston. Tanner.
Sir, Mr. President, we just ask that the council approve the major site plan for Butler Park Phase 2. This is 55 acres that we just voted to rezone. And this is their major site plan for how they intend to lay out this new residential subdivision.
Any questions for Tanner? All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you very much, Tanner. Good job. Thank you. Item now, we'll go to item number 17, in the matter of ratification of contract for project number T19-515 Eastern Boulevard improvements. That would be Veterans/Briar Ridge.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Lynn Brown, a second by Chad Mills. Dennis?
Yes, sir. Good evening. If you recall, this job was awarded at the April 19th council meeting, so we've since got out those documents, got them executed, just asking that we ratify that so we can formally move on with our process.
Any discussion or questions? We have a motion, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. Item number 18, in the matter of approval of major thoroughfare committee meeting minutes, April 11th, 2022.
I move that we approve the minutes of April 11th from Major Thoroughfare.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Nettie, a second by Ms. Gaston. All in favor of accepting those minutes? That's unanimous. Thank you, Dennis. Number 19, in the matter of NMNU request to add previously surplus vehicles and accept forfeited vehicles June 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Who made the motion?
Chad Mills.
Chad Mills made the motion and Travis seconded it. Chief or Stephen?
I'll be John Clark.
Okay.
This is, attached to this resolution is a list of vehicles that have been seized and forfeited by the North Mississippi Narcotics Unit. State law allows us to use these forfeited vehicles for official use by the police department and the narcotics unit. So our request is that the council approve this list for official use.
Thanks, Stephen. Any comments, questions? We have a motion, second. All in favor? That's unanimous. Item number 20, in the matter of resolution rescinding council action on May 3rd, 2022.
So moved.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Ms. Janet Gaston. Whatever, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Stephen? Chief Stephen?
That's right. During the May 3rd, 2022 meeting, the council approved a list of previously forfeited vehicles that were in the possession of narcotics unit to be surplus. After that list was approved, the narcotics unit decided that they actually needed to keep 2 of those vehicles to be used for official use. So the request is that the council rescind its action during the May 3rd meeting as it pertains to just those 2 vehicles.
Any questions? All in favor of this motion? That's unanimous. Thank you. Item 21, in the matter of approval of the traffic committee minutes from May 12th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by,
Lynn.
was it you?
No, Lynn.
Lynn Brown. We have a second by Chad Mills. Any discussion on that at all? All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you. In the matter of approval of Bancourt South Arena minutes of April 18th.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Chad Mills, second by Travis Beard. All in favor? That's unanimous. Item number 23, in the matter of appointment of MML 2022 voting delegates.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Lynn Brown. We have a second by Chad Mills. Stephen, do you want to address this, please?
Y'all are going to get tired of me, sorry. There's an election held every year at the Mississippi Municipal League Conference, summer conference on the coast. That election is for the election of the second vice president. As being a member of MML, City of Tupelo will have to have a voting delegate and an alternate voting delegate. By request of council, the voting delegate will be Ms. Nettie Davis, and the first alternate will be Councilman Travis.
Any questions, statements? All in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you. Item number 24, in the matter of a resolution adopting the District 2 Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Travis Beard, second by Mr. Chad Mills. Stephen?
This is an item that's routinely approved by the council roughly every 4 years. It's a part of the Mississippi Emergency Management Association Hazard Mitigation Plan. This is the regional hazard mitigation plan that affects the city of Tupelo and Lee County. In order for us to be compliant with FEMA regulations and NEPA regulations, and to make us eligible for disaster grants, we need to approve this mitigation plan.
Any questions? All in favor of this motion? That's unanimous. We'll now go to the study agenda, which we do not have any items. I would respectfully ask council, do we have any? We do not. We will not have an executive session. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Gaston, a second by Mr. Chad Mims. All in favor? We appreciate y'all coming, particularly you. Y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later. This meeting is adjourned.